Awesome. Thanks, Jenny, for doing the tech side of these. We are indebted to you big time. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Team Fireball weekly call. And if you're on the replay, thanks for watching the replay. It's for you that we do these every week. We are not doing these for us. We're doing them for you. So thanks for however you catch it, or on Facebook even. So, if you don't know me, I'm Kristi Simpson. I'm 5 here on Team Fireball, and we swap off, us leaders swap off every week. If you hadn't figured that out, we have a schedule, so we flip around, so none of us are stuck with it doing this every single week. So if you hadn't caught on to that, figured I'd let you know that that's what's going on here. Number one, announcements. So Elite Academy is coming up in February, if you hadn't caught wind of that yet. And we need to get a hotel room or two booked before January 9th. That's the cutoff for booking for Elite Academy. So if you're going to come, if you're going to have any guests, you got to let us know so that we have enough sleeping space for everybody. It's looking like maybe we'll be getting 2 rooms, but we want to make sure that we don't leave anybody out in the cold. So please let us know. I already talked to Sunshine today, so she might have 2 people coming, which would be awesome, Sunshine. But we need to make sure that we have everybody covered. So reach out to me or Alice or Allison and let us know if you're coming, and if you're bringing somebody. Please bring somebody. That'd be awesome. Everyone's welcome. We'll squeeze in like sardines if we have to get everybody taken care of, because we love y'all. And let me tell you, the Elite Academies, I know we've said those many times before, but I'm going to keep saying it. They are so powerful. Everybody should be there. It's like a party, but it's also learning party. So you learn so much, and there's so much stuff that goes on. There's no way that we can describe to you afterwards. Like, we can bring you some tidbits, some nuggets, and some of the stuff that we've learned, but it's no replacement for actually being there. You've got to be there. It's so amazing. So I'm going to step off that particular soapbox now and go into the distributor who got new people this last week. Jenny Field. Holy cow, girl. You didn't just get 1, you got 2. They're amazing. We are in awe. This time of year, it's tough, and you're doing the do, girl. So Alice and I were talking this last weekend. Actually, me and Alice and Jenny, because Jenny was involved in that conversation too. But we were talking about what's been going through our minds recently, what has been like shoved up in front of our faces recently, and I think that a recurring thought, a recurring theme has been shed what's dead. That is, it's a phrase that really sticks in your head, and when you start thinking about it, oh good Lord, I just made a rhyme, sorry y'all. If you start thinking about it and about how powerful it is to shed what is dead in your life, in yourself, in your own head, it's pretty huge. Like, we all need to be shedding. If we're going to grow like a snake, it's a horrible analogy there, sorry, but if you're going to shed your skin like a snake, you've got to grow, you've got to get rid of the dead so that you can grow into the new. And it is, especially at the end of the year, when we've got January in our sights, we've got a new year coming up, and we all want to look forward and make plans and goals for the next year. Well, in order to make room, it's best to get rid of the stuff that isn't serving you. And I think, making goals, if we're not going to change what we're doing or do more of what we're doing, then we won't get further. Does that make sense? Like, Deb said today, okay, you guys, I'm going to just keep talking about Deb Erickson because I'm doing all the neuro tools. I've been taking the iCanDo class that comes along with the app, the iCan Institute app. And it's been a very powerful journey going through this, but also these Mindset Monday calls. If you get the app and you get one of the memberships, you get to watch the replays or be on live if you want. But they're at 10:30 Eastern time Monday mornings, which for a lot of us is much earlier, and that's kind of too early to get on. But you can always catch the replay. They are super powerful, you guys. Like this morning, she took us through a visualization of being at an end of year party that is celebrating you. Everybody's standing around and toasting their champagne glasses to you for your accomplishments for 2022. So this takes place a year from now. And you visualize what you've accomplished in 2022. And in different categories of your life, like your relationships, your finances, your business, your personal growth. And she had us come up with one or a few words that summarize what you've accomplished for that year in each of those categories. There's no way that I can do this for you because I'm not the master that Deb Erickson is, but it was truly powerful. Like closing your eyes and being walked through this visualization, it was like, whoa. And I had a canceled schedule event today, and so I took the time to go ahead and make my vision board for 2022. And it was really cool. To slap that thing together, I just, Google searched images for like strength or accomplishment or joy and got these really great images. And I didn't care if they had licensing logos on there. I printed them up anyway and slapped them on my vision board and then hand wrote each word. It was, Alice, you had to go ask me. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, sorry, I should have thought about that and had it ready, but here it is. 2022 on the bottom, and there is Summit for Profile Summit, love, champagne with congratulations on, joy and joy and joy. I want lots of joy, okay? And then the money and my cards paid in full, getting stronger, getting more energy, becoming more vital. Oh yeah, and this is removing my blocks. It says remove blocks because I got a lot of blocks. So that was so much fun, you guys. I just stuck it on a piece of scrapbook paper and it's all done. So I'm good for 2022. But I loved having that visualization because, yeah, Alice, I really need to shed the blocks. I need to bust through the blocks. But it was great to have that visualization, and then she had us write down those words while walking through the visualization so that you could really get a grasp on the vision, and she said, I want you to go through this vision multiple times. Go back through your notes and walk yourself through this vision over and over and over again to really cement it in your mind. So you guys, that is why we do these. It's not just so that we can have fun with scissors and glue. It's so that you can have something in front of you for the rest of the year to remind yourself, why am I doing this? What are my goals? What are my dreams? What gives me bliss and joy and vision and empowerment? So that, I think, is like the number one way to shed what's dead, is to make this go like tunnel vision to what you want. What do you want to become? Another thing that I was talking to Alice. Alice is awesome. She went and visited Sheridan a while back, and she went to church with Sheridan and Chris and their family, and she was talking about the sermon that they had, and she said that the pastor was saying to pay attention to your words, and are you spreading life or death with your words? And she was like, God, that's harsh. Death? Really? I can see the life part, but isn't death a little bit extreme? Well, really, if you think about it, no, it's not. Because negativity is in your mind, negativity is in everybody's minds, and you are, by being negative with your words to others, you're building, stacking on that cement wall that you have of negativity. Well, we don't need to add to the negativity. So that is death. It is death of spirit, of soul. And our job as not just network marketers, but also being on the journey of personal growth, is to be the opposite of that. We need to be the light. We need to be the life. And so be careful what you feed yourself. Be careful what you listen to and where you allow your mind to go, because that negativity, man, it's everywhere, and it's in us too. It's in our self-talk. It's in our all of the, the little bitty thoughts that go through your mind that you really don't pay attention to because they've been there. It's been there so long that you don't pay attention to it anymore, and it just weighs you down. So your job is to put better stuff into your brain. Start listening to positivity. And that is why I am so freaking addicted to these neuro tools, because that's what their purpose is to feed the good stuff into your brain and to start to turn the gigantic boat that is your thought process, and to turn it. And it takes a while because it's giant, and it takes every day going against that negativity. And you cannot let up for a minute, because it's like fighting evil. You cannot release your toehold because you'll get run over. You'll be steamrolled. So you've got to keep the good words going in. And it made me think about, if you are affected by the negative words from other people, think about how they're affected by your negative words. So it's so important to be the positive, not just for yourself, but for others. That's what we need to be. So I'm going to show something real quick. I'm going to show my screen. And this is a tool that Deb has shared with us. It's called the ABCs of mindset management. And it's so powerful, you guys. Just think about where you can put your brain if you incorporate these ABCs. So, of course, A, as it says on the top, is awareness. You cannot change your mindset. You cannot change your negativity until you start becoming aware that you have it. So try to check in with yourself every day. Is this what I'm thinking? Is this thought process serving me? How am I feeling? Am I feeling a number 1, which is crap, or depressed, or angry, or whatever negativity, or a 10, which is euphoria? Most of the time we're somewhere in the middle. Sometimes we're on the low end of the spectrum if we had all that negative self-talk going on. So you have to stop and think, is this serving me? No, it's not serving me. So what can I think about that will increase my mood closer to 10? The B is your belief check. And we all have beliefs. They're just part of us. But is the belief bad? Is it negative? Is it not serving you? Is it creating more negativity in your life and in your mind? So we got to bust those beliefs and build the better ones. The ones that reflect where you want to go. Vision board. Vision board to have in front of you so that you can change that thought process to belief build instead of the negativity. Okay, C is choice point, also known as conscious change. So you shift in the now. You get to the point where you catch yourself in your thought processes that are negative and make a choice to change that. And of course, she's got to put in your reprogramming your neural pathways, which is what the neuro tools are. And they are very powerful for helping you to change, to make the choice to change your thought process and put in the good stuff. So I figured out, if you want this, I'll be happy to share it with you, the ABCs of mindset management. It's part of a bigger PDF, but I'll be happy to send it to you because I have it downloaded. I'm going to stop share. Okay, so she was talking about how you need to elevate your self-talk and elevate your core beliefs to be able to move forward with that shedding what's dead. And that just really is, to me, that's like the most powerful thing about personal growth and about this journey that we're on, is becoming a better person isn't just about doing good things. It isn't just about helping others, although that's a big part of it. It's about becoming a better person and becoming more in control of yourself. So remember when Jenny shared with us that Be the Boss neuro tool a couple weeks ago? It is kind of hard to hear some of it, but she's talking about being the boss of your brain and about teaching yourself that you are becoming the boss of your own brain, and that you choose what you think about. You choose what your whether you're going to be negative or positive. You choose whether you are going to feed yourself the negativity or feed yourself something better. And that is one of my favorite neuro tools because it's upbeat. It has the upbeat music in the background. So it's only 10 minutes long. Like, I always listen to that while I'm feeding the horses. I listen to that and I listen to the Rise and Thrive because it's like, pouring into you about your own power and how you need to take control. And that is just such a huge thing to me because in the last, I'd say 10 years, it's been a very slow process for me. I used to be the most negative person you would ever meet. Not kidding. I was such an angry human being. And then I listened to my first audiobook that was about changing that, about, I think it was The Secret, actually. But that opened my eyes to this possibility of, I don't have to be this way. You mean I can change myself? I don't have to rely on somebody else doing it for me. I don't have to rely on somebody else saying, hey, you're awesome, and hoping that that will go into my brain. No, it's on me. I've got to tell myself I'm awesome. I've got to be the one who does it for me because it's all on me. If it's to be, it's up to me. That that phrase, I love that phrase. But really, the phrase I'm in love with now is shed what's dead, because that, wow, it's powerful to think you do have the power for yourself to get rid of the junk. I think we all need to do that. So I think, holy cow, I think that's it. It's 9:22. Have you guys, Jenny, you're doing the neurotools. I hate to put you on the spot, but can you share with us what neurotool has really changed your perspective on as far as your own internal self-talk?
Hey, Kristi, thanks. I haven't gotten through there's tons of neurotools and I haven't gotten through all of them. But a couple that I have because you can heart them on your app so that they're accessible to find, is obviously the I'm the Boss, because that one is so powerful as far as just that constant affirmation and encouragement that you are worthy of this and you are capable of it. That one is huge. The other one that I like is the Every Thought Counts. Just because all of our, like you're saying, all of our thoughts, what we're feeding ourselves, what we're feeding back out into the world, all of that matters. And whether we're feeding life into us, then we're going to portray and give life back out, or whether we're feeding the negative or the dead into us, all of those thoughts are going to then turn around and go back out to the world, or to the people that we're talking to, or our teammates, all the way around, our family, everything. So that Every Thought Counts is a really good one too. I really, really like that one. But yeah, this whole thing with Deb has been awesome. And I'll share with you guys too, because I shared it with Kristi and Alice the other day. I had to really do a deep soul searching a little bit when this was presented to me, because I believe in God. I have a relationship with Jesus, and we are taught to not serve other idols or other gods, right? And I was like, is this that? I really had to take a look at, is this something that is going to that I'm going to worship or serve? And Deb talked about it on one of the calls one time and said, I am just here as a platform to feed into you positively, encourage you. And she said, look at everything that you have like encountered through your whole entire life. What social media is feeding into you, what TV is feeding into you, what other people are feeding into you. And all of that has programmed our minds and our thoughts into what they are today. So what do you have to lose to listen to something positive and encouraging to help reprogram your mindset to think more in that way? And I don't know, when she said that, I was just like, okay, this is this is legit. This is not something that's crazy. And she doesn't ever like, it is all, I don't know, like I guess I can't put into like exact words of like how it is, but um she's so good. So good. And it is all about us like turning it around to ourselves and thinking, you know, that we are worthy of it, that we're, we are enough, we're capable of it, we are in control of all of our thoughts, all of our actions, all the things that we do. So yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, thanks, Jenny, for sharing that, because it never would have occurred to me, that viewpoint, because I just thought, well, hey, this is going to be awesome. This is like self-empowering, that you bring the other perspective. It's like, oh, it's so awesome to get somebody else's viewpoint on that. That's just, and I totally missed that part of her call. Yeah, Allison, see, somebody else who said, yeah, I needed to hear that. I've missed that part of the call where she said that. So I'm glad you caught it and shared with us. She is a coach. Deb Erickson is a coach, and she basically approaches this whole thing from the perspective of a coach. Like, she wants to be in your head and coaching you through your business, through your life, and being the positive kind of coach rather than a negative coach, because the positive is much more powerful. And it's fabulous, really, that at how powerful it is, in that just one or two mirror tools can really elevate your mood that much and put you into this mindset where you can focus on another person instead of being focused on yourself, if that makes sense. Because that's where we need to be for doing this business, is focusing on the other person and being able to serve them instead of ourselves. And I don't see how you can serve another person if you are stuck in darkness in here, you know? And that's one of my blocks. Like, when she had us go through the little exercise of looking at where you are on the emotional scale, oh good Lord, you guys, I was in the red zone often. And it really started making me pay attention to where my brain was any given part of the day, and how quickly I can change that when I focus on her voice and her elevation. And to me, that is what religion should be, That's what praying should be, because you're supposed to give it all to God, right? You're supposed to give all of your negativity and all of your worry and all of your bad stuff to God, and you can still do that. That's part of this process. So, thanks, Jenny, so much for sharing that. And oh my goodness, it's 9:30. So I guess we can wrap it up. But hopefully we will be able to continue this next week. Is Jenny, you have it next week, right? Is it next week? Okay. we'll continue this, you guys. Jenny's going to pick up the Deb Erickson Neurotools torch, and we'll talk about it again next week. But I hope you all have an amazing Christmas, and you're surrounded by loved ones and friends and family, and love all you guys.
Thank you, Kristi.